Hello students, now today I am going to start the next topic, that is a human development. Now in the previous topics we have studied that the level of income is an important indicator of development. डेवलपमेंट को मेज़र करने के लिए इनकम जो है वो एक इम्पॉर्टेंट इंडिकेटर माना गया है और इसके बारे में हमने अपने प्रीवियस वीडियोस में या प्रीवियस टॉपिक्स में पढ़ा है. एज वेल एज इट इज़ एन ऑल्सो इनएडुकेट मेजर ऑफ द लेवल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. डेवलपमेंट के लेवल को मेज़र करने के लिए भी हमें इनकम पर ही डिपेंड रहना पड़ता है. बट we also think in terms of other criteria. मगर इनकम के साथ साथ हमें दूसरे क्राइटेरियाज के बारे में भी सोचना चाहिए और हम सोच भी रहे हैं and that's why there is a long list, but we need to select only few one. एक बहुत बड़ी लिस्ट है इन क्राइटेरियाज की, पर हमने इसमें से कुछ को ही चुना है, like health and education. These two indicators are being widely used along with income as a measure of development. इनकम के साथ साथ डेवलपमेंट को मेज़र करने के लिए, मापने के लिए इन दोनों का भी इस्तेमाल बहुत ज़रूरी है. That's why the economists have tried to measure development in terms of human development. और इसीलिए जो इकोनॉमिस्ट हैं वो डेवलपमेंट को मेज़र किस टर्म के हेल्प से करना चाहते हैं? ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट के हेल्प से. तो पहले हमें जानना होगा कि आखिर ये ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट है क्या. ना ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इट इज़ अ प्रोसेस ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट इन ह्यूमन बींग्स. ये वो प्रक्रिया है जिसके तहत जो मनुष्य है, जो मानव जाति है, उसमें बहुत अधिक सुधार होता है. एंड इट इज़ टोटली डिफर फ्रॉम इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट बिकॉज इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट कवर्स ओनली मॉनेटरी एस्पेक्ट, बट ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट कवर्स बोथ monetary and non-monetary aspects. Economic development is a process of only quantitative growth, but human development is a process of quantitative and qualitative growth. It means जो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट है वो सिर्फ गुणवत्ता को ध्यान ना देते हुए सिर्फ मात्रा पर ध्यान देता है, जबकि ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट गुणवत्ता और मात्रा दोनों के विकास पर ध्यान देता है. नाउ इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑलवेज हेल्पफुल फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स, बट द ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इज अ फाइनल गोल for all the development और overall development. ये overall development के लिए ज़रूरी है, जबकि economic development human beings में improvement लाता है, पर human development पूरे country के development में improvement लाता है. And this development is always indicated by SDI ranking, that means Human Development Index. और इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट जो इंडिकेट होता है दैट इज़ इंडिकेटेड बाय नेशनल इनकम एंड पर कैपिटा इनकम. नाउ टू मेजर ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट, द यूनाइटेड नेशन डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, द वन ऑफ द एजेंसी ऑफ UNO, it has been presented Human Development Index in 1990, and this SDI or human development was developed, human developed index was developed by the two economists of Asia, and these two are Dr. Amartya Sen of India and Dr. Mehboob ul Haq of Pakistan. And this SDI doesn't replace income, but it adds income along with education and health as a criteria for measuring development of country. Now here is the how we calculate human development index. So for calculating human development index, we have to be need of 3 dimension, or we depends on 3 dimension of SDI. The first is life expectancy at birth, the second one is gross enrollment ratio, and the third one is per capita income. Now what is life expectancy at birth? Now it refers to the number of years a person expected to live. And the gross enrollment ratio, the number of students enroll in schools in each and every grade level, whether it is primary, junior, secondary and senior secondary. And you all have know about per capita income, which we calculated by dividing total income by total population. So here the formula SDI is equal to life expectancy plus gross enrollment ratio plus per capita income divided by 3. Now it was calculated on the basis of arithmetic mean. This is on the basis of arithmetic mean, but this method not capture the interdimensional inequality. That's why after 2010 this method has been changed. Now in present, for calculating human development index, the UNDP is using a new methodology which we call geometrical methodology. So before we start that how we calculate the HDI ranking after 2010, first we have to see the differences between the old method, that was arithmetic mean, and the new method, that is geometric mean. Now there are lot of differences between these two methods, like in old method or the arithmetic mean, it not capture the interdimensional inequality, but on the other hand the geometric method always capture or show the interdimensional inequality. It doesn't give us a better result, but the geometrical mean gives us a better result. Now this thing we have to be clear with the help of example. Now here I have taken 3 countries, country A, country B and country C. Now in country A, the life expectancy age is 0.1, education index or education rate is 0.5, and per capita income is 0.9. Country B 0.2, 0.6 and 0.7. And in country C, all the dimensions are same. Life expectancy is 0.5, education level is 0.5 and income is also 0.5. Now first I am going to calculate these 3 countries and show the differences on the basis of HDI ranking according to arithmetic mean. So the formula of arithmetic mean is life expectancy plus gross enrollment ratio plus per capita income divided by 3. So if we calculate the SDI on this base, then the SDI of country A is 0.5, country B is also 0.5, and country C is also 0.5. It means all the three countries are situated at same level. There has been no inequality, all the countries are equal. But we all observing that in country A, the income is more than the life expectancy and education. And in country B, again, the income is more than the life expectancy and education. It means here is also inequality, here is also inequality on the basis of these three dimensions. But in country C, all the dimensions are equal. But according to calculation, we are observing that all these three countries are same. But if we calculate it on the basis of geometric mean, then we see the differences between these three countries. So here the formula is cube root of life expectancy index into education index into GNI, gross national income index. So according to this, now the country A's SDI is 0.36, country B 0.44, and country C is 0.5. So due to this method, country A is the lowest to higher inequality of its distribution. The same thing we also observed in country B, but in country C, there is perfect equality within this distribution, because by both the mean, the country C SDI is, whether it is by arithmetic mean or by geometric mean, is same, that is 0.5, 0.5. So in this way, this new method, geometric mean, is much better than arithmetic mean. That's why now for calculating SDI ranking, we are using geometric mean. Now, the new method of calculation of SDI. Now, here I am going to explain you that how we calculate SDI with the help of new method. Now, in 2010, UNDP began using a new method of calculating the SDI as the geometric mean instead of old one, that was arithmetic mean. Now, SDI has three types of dimensions. The first one is health, the second one knowledge and education, and the third one is a decent standard of living. So the first step of calculating the SDI is to create the three separate indexes for each of the three dimensions. So first we have to start to create an index for health. Now for long and healthy life, dimension uses life expectancy at birth as its indicators. So the indicator of health is life expectancy at birth. It means the number of years a newborn infant could expect to live. Now for calculating life expectancy index, we are using mean value of 20 years and minimum value of 20 years and maximum value of 85 years. and by using this formula, actual value minus minimum value upon maximum value minus minimum value, we get life expectancy index. Next one is knowledge and education, and it has two indicators. The first is mean year of schooling and the second one is expected year of schooling. The mean year of schooling for adults age 25 and above, and expected year of schooling is for children of school entering age. Now, for mean year of schooling, we using a minimum value 0 years and the maximum value 15 years. And for expected years of schooling, we are using minimum value 0 year and maximum value 18 years. So both these indicators are combined to produce an education index by using this formula. Comes to the next one. The third one is a decent standard of living. The indicator of this dimension is GNI per capita PPP US dollar. Now what is PPP? PPP's full form is purchasing power parity, and GNI, it is the total domestic and foreign output. So this component is measured using an income based measure, and this GNI per capita PPP converted international dollar using purchasing power parity rates divided by total population. And here we have assumed the minimum value is $100 and maximum value $75,000. And for getting GNI index, we follow this formula.